Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Allie. The name Allie, like Ally, developed as a pet form of the name Alison, but has become an individual given name in its own right. Alison has been around since medieval times, brought to England by the Norman French, and was originally derived from the name Alice. Alice in turn comes from a reduced spelling variant of the Germanic Adelheides, Adelaide, meaning noble, Adal, kind, hide. So the root of Alison, and thus Allie, means nobility, and the origins span across many groups. Allie, as a given name, has been in use for over 150 years. It is also sometimes considered a pet form of the name Alexis, Alexandra, Alana, and other girl names, beginning with Al. Personality of the girl name Allie. The 3 energy is powerful and enthusiastic. These personalities are cheerful, full of self-expression, and often quite emotional. They have an artistic flair and gift of gab that makes them natural entertainers. Their joyfulness bubbles over, and their infectious exuberance draws a crowd. The 3 personality is like a child, forever young and full of delight. They are charming, witty, and generally happy people. The 3 personality lives in the now and has a spontaneous nature. 3 seem to live with a bright and seemingly unbreakable aura that attracts others to them. In turn, they are deeply loyal and loving to their friends and family. Luck also has a tendency to favor number 3s. Popularity of the girl name Allie. The name Allie for girls had moderately high usage in America at the turn of the 20th century. In fact, back then, the name was actually considered unisex and was sometimes used for males. As the 20th century progressed, the name Allie fell from popularity. In the 1950s, 60s and 70s, the name was almost completely out of style and did not even make the top 1,000 list. It reappeared on the charts in 1986 and has shown some pretty impressive growth in the past 25 years. Allie has never managed to land a spot on the top 100 list of most commonly used girls' names, but it may be headed in that direction. Allie is a cute, happy, and unpretentious choice in a name. Parents should consider one of the longer AL names, Alison, Alexandra, Alexis, etc., and just use Allie as a nickname. This way, your daughter has the option to lengthen Allie to a more sophisticated sounding name if and when she decides as an adult. Quick facts on Allie. Gender, girl. Origin, English. Number of syllables, 2. Ranking popularity, 220. Pronunciation, ALEE. Simple meaning, noble one. Characteristics of Allie. Optimistic, communicative, dramatic, popular, social, creative, happy. Cultural references to the baby name Allie. Literary characters of the baby name Allie. Allie is Holden Caulfield's younger brother in J.D. Salinger's 1951 classic, The Catcher in the Rye. Although he has already died at age 11 of leukemia when the story begins, he is nonetheless a potent presence to Holden in the novel. He represents all that is innocent, all that is worth saving from going over the precipice by the catcher in the rye. His death is what sets off Holden's emotional decline. He remains a touchstone for Holden to refer to and ultimately is the guiding light that propels young Caulfield toward rejoining the world. The descriptions of Allie are noteworthy. He is a left-handed redhead who writes poetry in green ink on his catcher's mitt. He is decidedly not a phony, which represents all that is wrong with the world to Holden Caulfield. Allie is the heroine of Nicholas Sparks' 2004 bestseller, The Notebook, a sentimental love story about a young woman who must choose between an appropriate suitor and the man she really loves. As the story of the romance unfolds, narrated by the love of her youth, Noah, we are told of young Allie's story side by side with that of the old Allie, who is dying of Alzheimer's disease. Containing all the elements of melodrama, including a world war, hidden love letters, misunderstandings, teenage angst and elderly frailty, this story pours it on like maple sugar, and is actually just as satisfying.